This is the Falcon Next-Gen SIEM Deep Dive demo. Stopping today's attacks requires an AI-native, modern SOC that can match the speed of adversaries. Unfortunately, legacy SIEM tools often fall short. CrowdStrike Falcon Next-Gen SIEM transforms the SOC to stop breaches with unprecedented speed, unifying Falcon and third-party data with native threat intelligence, AI, and workflow automation in one powerful platform. Let's see it in action. We start with one of the most common, effective attacks we see today, a spear phishing email designed to steal legitimate credentials to bypass traditional controls. For this demo, we've turned prevention off in the CrowdStrike platform, or the attack would have been stopped at multiple points across both identity and endpoint. We kick off the workflow in Falcon Next-Gen SIEM. As an analyst, we begin with a MITRE ATT&CK heat map to orient, which shows us that there are 49 phishing detections to triage. Now we can prioritize. Instantly, we can see a high-severity identity detection associated with the adversary Odyssey Spider that requires immediate attention. Odyssey Spider uses phishing and purchased credentials to infiltrate systems, employing malware and native tools for control. From here, we move from the detection to an incident, which groups all related alerts from CrowdStrike and third-party sources into a single view. The incident tells the story of the attack, with indicators showing access of a cloud account, a phishing email with a malicious attachment detected using Mimecast data, command and control activity, and suspicious web proxy activity detected using Zscaler data that ends in the execution of PowerShell on the endpoint. The incident unifies data from CrowdStrike endpoint and identity sources with email and SSE vendors to help you rapidly understand the full scope of the attack. Next, we pivot into the timeline view to trace how this attack started, progressing through multiple security detections at different stages. We've truly reimagined the analyst experience with Incident Workbench. This intuitive graph automatically builds the visual relationships between every related indicator to speed investigation, threat hunting, and ultimately, stopping the breach. With legacy SIEM, creating this graph would have taken hours you don't have during an attack. Let's start by investigating the phishing email with a malicious attachment to find the domains being used by Odyssey Spider. You can hover to uncover more about each entity or click to dive deeper. As part of Incident Workbench, we've used generative AI to automate every analyst's favorite part of their job: documentation. Investigate with Charlotte AI provides a plain language summary of the incident, saving hours of manual work. You can see that the attacker gained access when a user executed a suspicious PDF followed by lateral movement via RDP. Investigate with Charlotte AI also sweeps Falcon telemetry to identify related indicators you can add to the incident. In this case, it found multiple additional hosts, which we will add to the incident by accepting the suggestions. Next, Next-Gen SIEM enables us to enrich indicators with integrated threat intelligence, combining data from the Falcon platform and third-party data for comprehensive context. We've also added details on the adversary, Odyssey Spider, to the malicious domain. You rapidly pivot into a full dossier on the adversary to understand their tradecraft and motivations. From the full adversary report, we will investigate other potential IOCs. By mapping their actions to the MITRE ATT&CK matrix, you can proactively identify potential gaps commonly used by Odyssey Spider as you know you're being targeted by them. Next, you can use Advanced Event Search to determine if additional users have accessed the malicious domain in the past year. Search across terabytes of data in seconds, impossible with legacy SIEM. We will extend the search timeframe to a year and use the CrowdStrike query language to search, aggregate, and visualize the results. Stopping breaches is easier when you do it together. Next-Gen SIEM allows you to collaborate in real time with your team for a coordinated response. You can assign incidents, understand who is working them, and get full lifecycle reporting. To keep track of the incident, we will assign it to ourselves, and you can see other analysts working the attack in the background. Looking at all the evidence across email, identity, web, and endpoint data sources, we can see that the user has been compromised. Using Incident Workbench, we see a number of endpoint detections, revealing that the adversary utilized the compromised account for several malicious activities, including credential dumping and executing malicious files via PowerShell. Now, you can secure the compromised account by executing a workflow with Falcon Fusion SOAR that verifies the user identity, requires a password reset, and sends a notification. Initiate the remediation workflow from the incident workbench and watch Falcon Fusion SOAR send a notification confirming the password reset. Finally, we close the loop in Mimecast, Zscaler, and identity protection to prevent future attacks. We run workflows to block the sender, add the user to a restricted internet access group, and add them to a watch list in identity protection. We've drastically accelerated detection, investigation, and response with Next-Gen SIEM to stop the breach across Falcon and third-party tools. In this demo, you harnessed the power of Falcon Next-Gen SIEM to thwart a phishing attack and swiftly restore a compromised account. Contact us to learn how to stop breaches quickly with Falcon Next-Gen SIEM.